Now let's discuss the chapter hydrocarbons, and you can see this is my notes and this whole thing is my notes. So let's start. Okay, fine. Now hydrocarbons. First of all, the preparation reaction. Preparation of alkanes. In hydrocarbon, as you know, it's classified into three types. One is alkane, alkenes, and alkynes, and we are going to study the preparation reaction of all of them. First of all, preparation of alkane. See, this reaction is called hydrogenation reaction, that is ethene in the presence of hydrogen and catalyst platinum, palladium and nickel gives ethane. Ethene gives ethane. Alkene gives alkane, that is preparation of alkane. And two reaction, famous reaction. One is Wurtz reaction and second one is cross-Wurtz reaction. In Wurtz reaction, an alkyl halide reacts with sodium and another alkyl halide to sodium in presence of dry ether to give alkane plus 2 NaBr. And another reaction in cross-Wurtz reaction, alkyl halide reacts with aryl halide in the presence of sodium and dry ether to give alkane and mixture of products. So cross-Wurtz is not economical or it's not beneficial because only one product is required and three products are formed, which is unnecessary. And next reaction which we are going to study is decarboxylation, that is sodium ethanoate in the presence of NaOH is heated in presence of CaO. Mixture of CaO, calcium oxide and NaOH is called soda lime, gives methane plus sodium carbonate. Now sodium acetate reacts with water, and this Kolb electrolysis reaction, in Kolb electrolysis reaction it takes place in an electrolytic SL, which is in a glass of water, and H2 electrolysis gives alkane plus C2CO2 plus H2 plus 2 NaOH. Now let's study substitution reaction. There are also halogenation reaction, and all this, that is when methane reacts with chlorine and the product is formed, and all the products react with chlorine in the presence of HNO, chloromethane, dichloromethane, trichloromethane, tetrachloromethane. In all of this, the hydrogen gets reduced to 2 1 0, and this is reaction. It's not very important, you can guess it in the exam if it comes. Now the mechanism, there are three steps. One is initiation, propagation, and third one is termination. Now what happens in initiation? Chlorine and chlorine in the presence of HNO homolysis gives chlorine free radical. Propagation, it reacts with the methane in the presence of sunlight to give methane radical plus HCl, and that methane radical again reacts with Cl2 in the presence of sunlight to give CH3Cl plus chlorine free radical. And these are the intermediate steps. Let's see what detail. These two steps explain how more highly halogenated products are formed, that is CH3Cl plus Cl gives CH2Cl plus HCl. It's not intermediate step, you are just taking CH3Cl, that is this, and you are adding Cl again and again the same thing. But this reaction is special because it gives, these two steps gives how highly halogenated products are formed. Now termination, Cl gives Cl2 and CH3 radical plus CH3 radical gives CH3CH3, and CH3 and Cl radical at last gives CH3Cl. It's very easy. Now let's study about combustion reaction. Now the general equation of alkane is Cn. The general equation of alkane is always these are the reactions of alkane, the general equation, but the general equation for alkane is always CnH2n plus 2. Just add that with oxygen. I'll tell you how this came. Then gives NCO2 plus n plus 1 H2O. See, this is 2n plus 2, and here CO2 just have n and just add 1 to that H2O. And how this came is that 2n plus 2, here it is 3n plus 1. In both the side you don't add 2, instead you add one number to 2, it becomes 3, 2 plus 1 3, and here you take that 1 and add this here, so it becomes 3n plus 1. And which number you took, which number you did not consider is 2, divide that, add O2. Now controlled oxidation reaction, 2 methane plus O2 in the presence of this gives methanol, and methane plus O2 in the presence of molybdenum oxide heated gives methanol, and 2 CH3CH2 plus it's CH3CH3 plus 3O2 in the presence of this catalyst gives ethanoic acid, and this is 2-methyl propane in presence of potassium manganate and oxidation gives 2-methyl propan 2-ol. Now next reaction is isomerization. Okay, here what happens is that N-hexane in the presence of anhydrous aluminum chloride and HCl gives 2-methyl pentane and 3-methyl pentane. Don't worry, just attempt the question. If it comes in exam, it's very easy. Now aromatization, this is known as dehydrohalogenation or reforming reaction, and this compound is actually benzene but without double bond. It forms some other compound. You see 6 carbon are present in that. In the presence of all these catalysts gives benzene with double bond. And now reaction with steam, that is methane plus water in the presence of nickel catalyst, and is heated to give CO plus 3H2. Now let us turn. Now coming to pyrolysis, that is C6H14, the compound which was there in the presence of this temperature gives the same thing C6H14 but split it in different forms. That is C, just add a hydrogen, it forms C6H14, and add this to compound, it forms C6H14, and add all these 3 from C6H14, and this is dodecane forms all these compounds. Just add these 2, gives the same, and some other products. Now what are conformations? They are also known as conformers or rotamers. Change which occurs in it is called dihedral angle or torsion angle. Example, if this is a conformer, the change which occurs from this to this is eclipse structure and this is staggered. So when eclipse goes to staggered, the angle which is formed is called angle of rotation or dihedral angle. See, this is eclipsed and this is staggered structure, and this is in eclipsed, it is nearest, and I'll tell you how. Just consider eclipse is nearest, staggered is farthest, and skew is in between. This is the structure of eclipse and staggered. Eclipse is nearest, and staggered is far. Even here eclipse is near and staggered is far, and skew comes in between. Now let's study the preparation of alkene. First of all, from alkynes, that is alkyne plus H2 in the presence of palladium carbon gives this alkene, and this alkyne in the presence of H2 in the presence of sodium and liquid NH3 gives transalkene. Remember which reaction is this? This is Birch reduction reaction. And see, hydrogen, just consider this compound and these 2 hydrogen are attached to the alkene, and it's called acidic hydrogen. See, hydrogen which are in terminal position are called acidic hydrogen, and in this there are 2 terminal hydrogen, so yeah, it's called acidic hydrogen, 2 terminal hydrogen. But in this compound there is no 2 terminal hydrogen, only 1 terminal hydrogen. This hydrogen is attached to the carbon, and that carbon is attached to this carbon. No, the hydrogen which is directly attached to carbon. Now let us see a question. See, which do you think readily reacts with the base, this or this? See, I'll tell you the answer. This, I'll tell you why. Because this has only 1 acidic hydrogen, so this compound, this has only 1 acidic hydrogen, so this compound readily reacts with the base. This has 2 acidic hydrogen. Now from alkyl halides, it's also called dehydrogenation or beta elimination reaction. Consider this compound having halogen, and the hydrogen from beta position, and this halogen gets eliminated. Halogen, yeah, don't consider this alpha carbonate, just for your understanding that beta comes after alpha. The hydrogen from alpha position along with this halogen gets eliminated, and it's alcoholic KOH. When do we use alcoholic or aqueous KOH? See, for alcoholic KOH, when you use, it shows elimination reaction. This is also elimination reaction, but when you use aqueous KOH, it shows Sn reaction, which is actually not very important from present need point of view. Now rate of reaction is greater in iodine, then bromine, and then chlorine. For alkyl group, tertiary is greater than secondary is greater than primary. Study the preparation from vicinal dihalides. It's also called dehydrohalogenation reaction, and here CH2Br, CH2 plus zinc gives alkene plus ZnBr2, and again if you add another compound, it's the same. Dihalides in which 2 halogen, these are dihalides, in which 2 halogen atoms are attached to 2 adjacent carbon atoms are known as vicinal dihalides, as simple as that. From alcohols by acidic dehydration. See here, this is the same ethanol, and in the presence of concentrated H2SO4, heated in what? If it's heated in the presence of 413, if it's heated at 413 Kelvin, then it gives ether, and if it's heated at 414 Kelvin, it gives alkene. Here it gives ethene, which is an alkene, that means it's heated at 414 Kelvin, just remember this, plus H2O. Now Markovnikov and anti-Markovnikov, the most important. What does Markovnikov rule say? It tells that rich becomes richer, which means that just consider a reaction in which hydrogen is attacking. So hydrogen goes to that part which has more hydrogen. So see, which has more hydrogen, hydrogen will go to that part, as simple as that, rich becomes richer. But in anti-Markovnikov, which is also known as peroxide effect or Karash effect, if peroxide is added to the compound, rich becomes poorer. How? See, if peroxide, example, this is a peroxide, benzene, CO and O2. Which part has less hydrogen? Hydrogen will go to that part when peroxide is added. Now let's study about ozonolysis reaction. This is propene. Propene in the presence of ozone gives this compound. See, house-like compound. CH3CH. CH3CH. One O gets attached over there, and another O gets attached to CH2, and one O over here. House-like structure and breaks like this in the presence of zinc and H2, and forms, this is ethanol. CH3CHO, and here always it's methanol formed. See, even if you consider any reaction, methanol is formed. Example, if you consider this reaction, same thing, ozonide and Zn. See, this is a propan, this compound, but here again in every compound methanol is formed. Now let's study about polymerization reaction. See, in polymerization reaction, what happens is that see, large molecules obtained are called polymers, and simple compounds from which polymers are made are called monomers. This is a polymer, and in the presence of catalyst and high pressure gives polyethylene, which is a monomer. Even here the same thing, propene, polypropene. Now alkynes, last but one. How to convert ethanoic acid to benzene? See, these are all the reactions, but you need not mark that, just understand. I just connected all the reaction. This is CH3COH in the presence of NaOH gives CH3CONa. In the presence of soda lime CaO and Na, sodium hydroxide OH. Heated gives methane. In the presence of Cl2H2 gives CH3Cl. All the same reaction. Wurtz reaction, Na dry heater gives C2H6 and Cl2 gives C2H5Cl. Alcoholic KOH gives this alcoholic alkene, forms alkane. In the presence of Br2, Br gets attached, and again alcoholic KOH, alkene. And in the presence of hydrazine, Birch reduction reaction gives this, and at last red iron hot tube forms this. Now let's study about aromaticity. See, to tell whether the compound is aromatic or not, it should satisfy three conditions. One is it should be planar, that is sp2 and sp hybridized. Just it should be planar, that means it should be on a plane. That is all double bond structure, or always planar. Complete delocalization of pi electron in the ring, which means alternate pi electron. That is, it should be a conjugate. What do you mean by conjugate? Conjugate, complete delocalization. See, this is anything, double bond, single bond, all of them represent a charge. Example, this double bond, okay. Next, single bond, double bond, single bond, double bond, and there's another pi charge over here. Necessarily did not be double bond, it can be any charge plus. Even here the same. These are all aromatic because they are alternate. Double bond, single bond. Here there is no bond. Double bond, single bond, it's just single bond. Thus naphthalene might be an exception, but it is planar. Now presence of 4n plus 2 pi electron in the ring where n is the integer, n equals 0, 1, 2, 3. This is known as Huckel rule. I'll explain you what is that. This is cyclopentane dianion. Just consider these two compounds. Here, if you want to find whether it satisfies Huckel rule or not, it should give 4n plus 2. Let's put, you see, it can be from 0, 1, 2, 3, any number. Just put 0 in the place of n. 4 into 0 gives 0, and 2. Are there 2 electrons? No. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 electron. Now add 1 to this. Not add, in the place of n, put 1. It is 4. 4 into 1 gives 4, plus 2 gives 6 pi electron. So are there 6 pi electrons? Which means that it's aromatic. Now we have to see whether this is aromatic. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have to see whether 10 pi electron comes in one of the result of 4n plus 2. Let's assume n equal to n equal to 2. Okay, 4 into 2 gives 8. Now 8 plus 2 gives 10. Does 10, is it 10? Yes, this 10, so it is, arithmetic. Even here also, it's, if you count this, it's 14 electron, so n equal to 3 gives 14, which means it satisfies Sakya dual, as simple as that. Now preparation of benzene. See, benzene preparation reactions of benzene are the last topic. See, the first reaction is decarboxylation of aromatic acids. This, as you can see, benzene CONA plus NaOH. Decarboxylation reaction, you know what it tells. In the presence of soda lime, when a compound is heated, forms that compound and it gets split into Na2CO3. Now reduction with phenol plus zinc heated to give benzene, and certain in every reaction, of course, benzene is formed. Now electrophilic substitution reaction, nitration, halogenation, and sulfonation. And Friedel-Crafts alkylation, Friedel-Crafts acylation reaction. Now, in nitration, benzene in the presence of concentrated nitric acid and concentrated sulfuric acid at this temperature forms nitrobenzene and H2O, obviously. And halogenation, benzene plus halogen, that is Cl2, in the presence of N-nitroCl, in presence of Lewis acid gives chlorobenzene plus HCl, as simple as that. Okay, now let's study sulfonation reaction. Now benzene plus fumic sulfuric acid and another sulfate, of course, gives fuming sulfuric acid. When it is heated, gives benzene sulfonic acid. This is benzene sulfonic acid plus H2O. Now Friedel-Crafts alkylation reaction. This benzene in the presence of an alkyl, any alkyl, this is alkyl, give in the presence of NitroCl, gives substitution, just substitute, you get this, and HCl. In Friedel-Crafts alkylation and acylation, only this is alkyl, and these are all not acyl, actually alkyl, but they are kind of acyl, represented like that. And all of them except this, all of them are same, and it is heated, and these compounds are different, HCl. Only this and this, the reactant and product are different, but benzene and HCl is formed in both. It's also the same reaction. Okay, note, see order of acidic behavior. This is the terminal alkynes concept. Which has more terminal alkynes, they are more acidic. Now auto and para directing group. See, if you want to know what is auto and para directing group, you need to know the concept of plus R. See, this, of course, you know that because lone pair is involved in the reaction, it is plus R effect. And why is it auto and para directing? Because position has negative charge, which means that electron density at ortho and para increases. So electrophiles attacks at ortho and para. What do that mean? See, electrons only go near ortho and para. This is ortho position, and this is para position, but they don't go to this position, that is meta. Only ortho and para position, which means that electron density increases at ortho and para position. It is the rule of nature. So electrophiles, which are electron loving and are electron deficient, they go and attack at ortho and para. Therefore OH group activates benzene ring for the attack by an electrophile. Other example of activating groups are NH2, NHR, NaCO, CH3, OCH3, CH3, C2, H5, etc. In case of alkyl halides, halogens are moderate deactivating because of strong minus I effect. Got it? Overall electron density on benzene ring decreases. This is the example of that. Now meta directing group, it is minus R. Why? See, if you see the reaction involves pi electrons, so it is minus R. It is meta directing because of the decreased electron density at ortho and para. Here the positive charge travels only at ortho and para position. It does not go to meta position, which means that electron density at meta position increases. So the electrophiles attack at meta position. No, but the nucleophiles attack at is that because of the decrease in ortho and para position, what happens. Example of meta directing group of RNO2, CnCHO, COR, COH, COR, SO3H. These groups are also called deactivating groups. Thank you. Always tell solving question is the most important part of a preparation. This one, this one, this one, this one. Vachislav section B, guys, it's a bit moderate level question, but good concept clearing happens over here. This one. And yeah, these are its answers. Thank you. Happy learning. Bye. Okay guys, if you like my video, do hit the bell icon and subscribe button so that you will be notified with all upcoming videos, which is fully free, and enjoy unlimited lectures. Thank you.